guys, today I'm going to go through all of my signed books. I didn't really realise I had this many signed books till I properly started thinking about it and going through my shelves. I've only actually been to like 3 author signings, but somehow I have accumulated quite a lot of signed books and there's quite a lot of nice stories behind those, so I thought I would just go through them today. The main thing that encouraged me to do this video was that I met Angie Thomas, the author of The Hate You Give, in London at her talk. It was absolutely amazing. She's such a lovely person. I went with my friend Kim and just kind of had the whole day in London. It was really lovely, and that just kind of made me think about doing this video. I did actually already have a signed copy of The Hate You Give because I bought it signed from Foyles when it first came out. Can see her signature there, but I wanted to kind of preserve this one because I mean, part of me is kind of thinking like this is a signed first edition of a book I think will probably sort of go down in history as a modern classic, so I kind of just want to keep this one quite pristine. So I instead bought the lovely special edition Waterstones version after she won the Children's Book Award. And here is a signature from the event, so to Laura and then to Angie Thomas at the bottom. So I'm going to keep this one as kind of my copy and the other one I'm just going to kind of preserve. Speaking of author signings, I also met Matt Haig in I think July of 2017. I went with Amy. It was a really good day. He was lovely at the signing. I got loads of books signed. I basically bought most of his books that I could in preparation for the signing. The first one is How to Stop Time, which was what the signing was actually for. So this is a nice hardback. So I've got to Laura. I think that's meant to say lots of love because he seems to put lots of love in his signing, which is very sweet. But yeah, Amy also took along the advanced reader copy that we got of this book and he signed that TwoPaperGirls, which is really lovely. Then I got the book The Humans signed by him. His book The Radleys, which I've never really heard much about, it's not as hyped up, but Amy has read it and really enjoyed it, so I bought it at the signing. This one he put to Laura, enjoy, ? Matt Haig. I'm not entirely sure why he put the enjoy ? I don't know if he maybe heard me in the queue talking about how I haven't read it yet. I'm not sure, or maybe it's just because it's kind of a weird book. And then my favourite book of last year, The Last Family in England, I also bought at the signing and read a few months later, and I also got this one signed. Again, to Laura, lots of love, Matt Haig. I really hope I'll meet Matt Haig at another signing and get the rest of his books signed because I'm slowly sort of wanting to get and read all of his books that he's ever released because I think he's great. The next one is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, who is actually my boyfriend's cousin, which is pretty cool. And when my boyfriend and his mum went to like her launch event, I said, oh, could you take my copy of the book and get it signed if she's doing that sort of thing. She's got lovely handwriting. She put, Dearest Laura, I hope you enjoy it, love H, which is just really lovely. So again, I'm really glad that I got this signed. That's quite a recent one as well. Another more random one is I have This Is Where It Ends signed as well, but as you can see from the sticker, I just bought this one signed. But it is actually quite nice. It says always choose hope inside of it, which is very lovely. But unfortunately I didn't love this book, so I might someday give it to someone who really loves this book. When I was going through my books, I was looking at all my John Green books and going, oh, one day I'll meet John Green and I'll get all these books signed. But then I realised I have quite a few of his books signed from buying them signed, obviously. The first 2 being 2 copies of The Fault in Our Stars. I bought 2 at the time because I kind of wanted one to read and one to keep. And there was all this big thing about like which colour signature you would get because he was signing them in different Sharpie colours. And green was the most common, and then up to like silver and stuff, and having like handclifishes drawn on them, all this kind of thing. And I got 2 green copies, and Amy was really sweet because she got like a black and a brown, so she swapped a green copy with me for a brown copy. Here is the J scribble for the green copy, then here is the J scribble for the brown copy. Then his most recent book, Turtles All the Way Down. Again, this wasn't signed or pre-orders, but it was in America, but I just ordered a copy from Amazon America. And honestly, this completely made my day because I got a blue signature and a silver handclifish. I don't know if you can really see there, but honestly this made me so happy because even though this isn't my favourite book by him, I've just been such a fan for so long. I was so happy to get a rare signature finally, especially as I got 2 green the other time. I also just want to do a quick mention to V.E. Schwab because that was my first ever author signing. Was I met V.E. Schwab with Maddie and B from Half Love Books, and I got a copy of A Gathering of Shadows signed for our friend Leah, Drums of Autumn, and I posted that over to her and got it personalised to her. But at the time I hadn't read her books yet, so I did get A Darker Shade of Magic and This Savage Song signed for me. I've lent my boyfriend A Darker Shade of Magic. I have no idea where my copy of This Savage Song has gone, which is kind of frustrating. And I didn't get my copy of Gathering of Shadows signed because I think I got my copy signed to Leah and then just bought another copy. I can't remember. So I don't have this one signed, but I do have 2 books signed by V.E. Schwab, and now she lives in Edinburgh. I'm hoping she'll do a few more UK signings, and I love to get Our Dark Duet, The Archived, Gathering of Shadows and A Canoe Light all signed by her, because that'd be great, and she's lovely. Wait, I also got Vicious signed by her. Where is Vicious? Why have I just lost all of my V.E. Schwab books? Like, I seem to only have TBR ones. It's kind of worrying. I don't know where they are. On to the last few now. The next one is Are We There Yet by David Levithan, which was a present from Amy, and I just think she bought this one signed, which is really cool, because I don't even think she knew. It was when I kind of opened it and I was like, oh my god, this is signed. She was like, oh cool. So yeah, that's just like a random one. Then another really special one is The Next Together by Lauren James. This one's slightly harder to see because it's in silver, but she says thank you so much and signed and dated it. Can't believe that was in 2015 now, that's crazy. But yeah, me and Amy met Lauren James because she went to our university, so we sort of arranged to interview her at our university. That was really, really cool, and we read the book in preparation when it was just an advanced reader copy, but we did buy final copies, got her to sign them. Then the last few are all Carrie Hope Fletcher books, so I have the most recent paperback release of All That She Can See. I am actually currently reading my hardback copy of this, but I bought this signed paperback kind of because I'd already got her first few books signed and I just wanted it to match, so you can see there. Then I have 2 signed copies of On the Other Side. This one is a more special one because this is from the actual author signing, so I got the book at the event, so I hadn't read it yet. But yeah, so I've got that personalised to Laura, and we were right in the last of the queue, but she was still so lovely, and that's just a really nice memory. But then I read On the Other Side and really, really loved it. It was one of my favourite books of that year, so I did buy the purple sprayed edged signed copy, signed paperback as well. You can see it's got a purple signature there. I literally can't even hold all of my signed books. These are kind of just over half of what I have signed, which is really crazy because I haven't, like I said, I've only been to about 3 author signings now. It's not something I really prioritise. Like, I've never been to Yalk or anything, so I feel really lucky to have so many books signed, especially by so many of my absolute favourite authors. And yeah, I really love going to book signings, and I really hope I get to go to more in the future and meet some more great people. So that is my signed book collection. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I do have more signatures from things other than books, like when I've met celebrities and cool stuff like that. So one day I might go through that. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below some of your most like treasured book possessions, whether they're signed or not. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye!